everybody, welcome to CD Saturdays, brought to you by BINACT. My name is Candace Johnson, and today we're going to be digging into JMSN It Is. So you may be asking, what is CD Saturdays? Why CD Saturdays? Who still buys CDs? Where do CDs even come from? Well, I wanted to do a segment where I got to mesh two of my brain children and passion points, I guess, where one is being passionate about buying music. I think we still need to be supporting artists by buying music, whether that be CDs, if you can still get your hands on physical copies, or buying them digitally through stores so you can have them on your hard drives forever. However you want to get your music and however you want to keep it, I think that we should definitely be supporting artists in that way. Streams go a long way. We understand that the music industry is in a different place than it was even 5 or 10 years ago, but purchasing music is still super duper important. So that's one piece. And the other piece is just to talk and gush about music in a way that I don't get to do very often, or do when I'm writing. It's just a little bit different to connect with me more, to do it via video. And so 2 points. So when I was choosing which artist I was going to start with today, I went through my bookshelf of CDs in my old CD flip book, and I decided on JMSN. For one, because on the podcast also done by BINACT with my co-host AD, we get to talking to JMSN a lot. He has a very soulful voice. He's someone who we say carries R&B with a soulful voice and very intuitive production choices, and the feeling in his music is reminiscent of older R&B times, but it also brings some newer flavor to it. But anyways, we gush about JMSN on the podcast a lot, and I was feeling like we were talking about him a little too much, but of course we love JMSN and we just can't talk about his music and his stage presence enough. Luckily, I was able to see him perform in 2015, I believe, and I'll add some footage in here of that concert, but it was amazing, and he is just so cool to see in person and to listen to. So I ended up starting with JMSN because his music is really, really powerful, and I hope that if people aren't already listening to him, that they start, or if they know, have already been listening to him, will maybe again turn around, buy a digital version of his album, buy it physical, but just have his music on hand, because keeping record of musical artistry is super duper important, and then having it so you can go back and listen to is great. Think about it. It's strange to say, but when we move forward, there won't be very many physical things to have where you can, put a record on, put a CD on. Of course you can always just turn on Spotify, but the physical attachment to it is a little bit, it's not the same. And so, point of the matter is, starting with JMSN.
Fuck that. Yeah, she uses like everyone else. Come on, if you want to get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
One of the best parts about this album is when he kind of adds little monologues and things into it, like as transitions or going to the next song or interludes or anything. Listening to him pour his heart out on this album about, different things, being in the music industry, kind of being confident about certain things. The monologues are super important to the structure of the album. And it's just really cool hearing him spend a little time with the different pieces of, there's one song called Be a Man, and he's just kind of going through the things that, makes him feel manly and going through figuring out being in music and navigating the space and all that stuff. And it's just really cool, the different pieces of monologues and him kind of talking to himself or being closer to the listener, or even just probably getting things off his chest is really cool. And it's one of the things about this album that makes it so easy to connect with. So yeah, tidbits here and there, but that's one thing that really draws me to this album is the attention to detail and care when it comes to making sure the listener is connected, making sure you're engaged with what he's talking about, and the fact that, of course, the music is amazing.
I still think of you when I'm home alone. Yeah. It's a quarter to two. Look at my phone. Now I know I'm not gonna die. Come on now, child. What you gonna say? You gonna be happy with what you did? You sitting with your wife, your 2 kids. What you gonna tell them? Yeah. Gonna tell them Big Daddy on the right, right. Takes a whole lot more than love in a relationship.
So, while recording this, I actually listened to the whole album. Let it play, let me relive some moments, and man, still love this album. Took me a little while, and I'm losing a little bit of daylight because it's about to change. The time about to be dark all the time, so wanted to make sure I got the last shot in here and let some of his monologue play in the background. I'll probably pause it. But yeah, JMSN, it is phenomenal album. If you're in an R&B mood and you want to hear about love, sex, introspective topics, and a couple things in between, then this album is for you. Super easy to find. It's on all streaming services. But again, if you hear it, love it so much, and you think you want to buy it, I think you should. Definitely don't want to stop you. Go on ahead and run on over to iTunes or Amazon Music, whatever, wherever you can buy music. But yes, so first CD Saturday in the books. I am excited to keep doing more of these. Want them to get better in the future. So yeah, the CD Saturday is in the books. Super excited about it. Let me know what albums you want me to listen to, go over. I actually think that I'll take suggestions, and if I like it, of course, then I'll buy it. I think that's what I'll do from anybody who wants to suggest something. If you want to leave some suggestions in the comments, I check it out. If I love it, I'll buy it, or we'll see. But I think I'm gonna do these about once a month, which has the podcast coming out twice a month, these coming out once a month, and then figuring out how to do interviews and maybe some more album reviews on the blog. But that's what we're working with now. Rambling a bit, but this is CD Saturdays. I'm Candace from BINACT, but I'm not a critic though. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Bye.